Oftentimes, you'll hear your pro black, red, black, and green Negroes and your Nation of Islam bow tie wearing, bean pie eating Negroes say that the white man is the devil. However, while they're sitting there calling the white man a devil, many of these same pro black, red, black, and green Negroes and these Nation of Islam bow tie wearing, bean pie eating Negroes will go out here and pursue relationships with white women. And they'll sit there and say that the white man is the devil, but the white woman is not. And this creates a logical conundrum because when you look at the bigger picture, you would ask yourself, who birthed the white man? The white woman. And who taught the white man his culture of white supremacy and racism? The white woman. So if we look at it and follow a logical pattern, we see that your bow tie wearing, bean pie eating Nation of Islam Negroes and your pro black, back to Africa, red, black, and green Negroes are actually Satanists. Why are they Satanists? Because they say the white man is the devil, but they pursue relationships with the white woman. And this logical sequence, just goes over the heads of these people in these Afro American Negro factions. They'll sit there and say, the white man is the devil, the white man is oppressing them. However, they give a big pass to that white female, and they'll sit there and say that the white female is sweet and innocent. They'll sit there and say that the white female has done nothing wrong. They'll go out here and pursue relationships with the white female and say that it's perfectly fine and that, she is part of reparations. Not understanding that they have undermined all of their ideas and ideologies by pursuing this white woman. Because the white woman, again, is the teacher of culture to the white man, and she's the teacher of culture to his children. And she was the one who taught him the white supremacy and the racism that he says oppresses him. So him pursuing this again proves that he is actually a devil worshiper. I mean, that's all you can call it because these pro blacks say that they hate the white man, but they actually worship the white man, and so they worship the devil. And because they worship the devil, they think that, there's this superior person, but they're actually worshiping the devil. And they're devil worshippers. So when I look at them, I pretty much see them as devil worshippers because you're always talking about the white man. You're always trying to emulate the white man. You're trying to copy this white man. And you're always trying to be like this white man. So basically, your pro black and your Nation of Islam guy is a devil worshiper. But he doesn't know he's a devil worshiper. Because if he's the devil and you want his woman, then again, that makes you a Satanist. Because if you were supposed to be so pro black and so about black people, you would want your own woman. And you would put your own woman, above all others. But your Afro American Negro, pro black, and your Nation of Islam, bean pie eating, bow tie wearing Negroes, they don't put, their woman first. They make their woman second because they covet that white female. And they covet the white female thinking that she is the pinnacle of perfection. But if you were to come out and call these Negroes on the carpet regarding this, they would call you an Uncle Tom, a sellout, a black buffoon, and a coon. But all you're doing is presenting, the logic regarding their actions and their behaviors. These are the guys who have white girlfriends, white wives, and will sit there and tell you that, they are all about pro blackness and that they love black people, but and that the white man is the devil, but here you are with the devil's daughter. Here you are with the devil's mother. Here you are with the devil and thinking that, you're and then touting yourself as some sort of superior black person who knows better than other black people. And that's what really makes these pro blacks truly hypocritical. They make themselves out to be these superior black people who are so aware of themselves and so knowledgeable of self. And the irony is, they prove how much they hate blackness by their own actions. Because how can you say that the white man is the devil when you actually covet the white woman and you want a relationship with the white woman? Because again, you sit there and say you hate the white man, but you love the white woman, and not understanding that the white woman was a teacher of the culture that promoted racism and white supremacy, and that she, as she goes, America goes. And if you have children with her, what culture is she going to teach your children? That's right, racism and white supremacy. So, how does that, her teaching your children racism and white supremacy, help a pro black make a better black child or a better biracial child, if you want to call them that? But this is another, again, piece of logic that goes over the heads of your red, black, and green Negroes and your Nation of Islam bow tie wearing, bean pie eating Negroes. They can't figure, you know, these basic logical tenets out. But they'll sit there and talk about this white man is the devil. But they sit there and covet the white woman, not understanding that when you give the white woman a pass, you give her the entire culture a pass. You give all the ideas that you say that you're against a pass, and you pretty much allow those very same cultures and ideas to continue on for the next generation. But this, again, because of these pro black back to Africa, red, black, and green Negroes, and these bow tie wearing, bean pie eating Negroes do not have any critical thinking skills. This piece of logic goes right over these Negroes' heads. They can't figure it out. And then they sit there and wonder why they can't make a single step anywhere. Because, again, these guys don't like being black. It is just a hustle for them, it is just a way to make money for them. And they have no real interest in helping the black community or building a black community. They only have an interest in making themselves out to be the elites above all others and presenting themselves to these white liberals as the gatekeepers of the black community and the people who define what black is. They want to be the talented 10th who tell the American masses what black culture is, and they want to be the ones who define what black culture is. Because, well, again, when you deconstruct their arguments and you see the logical fallacies in them, you see who they really are supporting and who they really are for. Because if you say the white man is the devil and then you covet the white woman, what does that say? That says that basically you don't like black people, you hate black people, and basically, you are a devil worshiper. Because if the white man was birthed by the white woman, taught culture by the white woman, and you pursue the white woman, you're a devil worshiper. Because by your own logic, you saying the white man is the devil. But again, the culture is taught by the woman. So if the culture is taught by the woman and you're sitting there coveting his woman, you are basically, again, a Satanist and a devil worshiper. But this, again, little piece of logic is going to go over the heads of many of your pro blacks and your Nation of Islam bow tie wearing, bean pie eating Negroes. They're not going to figure any of this out. You put this little piece of logic in, is going to blow their heads up. But you know this is just me making an observation because I listen to these guys talk about white supremacy and racism and how much they hate the white man and how the white man is the devil. But given a chance, these are the same guys lusting after white women, not understanding that by even pursuing a relationship with this white woman, you've pretty much proven to the world you're a Satanist. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.